This is the first cloudy day that we've really had here in Sandpoint, so I decided to go bright yellow to be seen. Probably should have went with a white helmet too. I've been going through all my stuff and I'm finding like more cycling clothes, which is kind of nice. So I don't have to just wear black all the time, maybe. I mean, I probably will, but you know. And it's amazing how we go from 90 degrees one day to 58 or below today. But there's a price to pay for all this greenness, and that is with more rain. That's the price. This morning has been so nice. I did decide to put in the AirPods because I've been just wearing the shocks, but there's just so much noise from traffic, and that yesterday I was starting to lose it just thinking about how loud it is around here with all the logging trucks and semis and the trains, big diesel trucks. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to tune it all out. But I've been on these back roads today and it's been really nice. People have been giving me too much room, like waiting for me to basically pull off the road for them to pass. And it kind of makes me nervous just knowing that cars are back there waiting for me to, I don't know, waiting to pass. Sometimes I just want them to get around quickly, and that way I can not worry about a car just lingering behind. I do have to say, it's amazing how much better you can feel in life when you're getting proper rest and just like a bed of some kind to sleep in. It's quite nice. Also, being able to make food is a real game changer, I found. Just having like better meals in general is pretty great. Especially when you can make like sweet potatoes and rice, healthy carbs, I suppose. And yeah, and not just eat salad, chicken, and like tuna fish and sardines from a grocery store. Oh, and also I'm wearing different sunglasses. I found these in all my stuff in Colorado. I won these at a raffle, so I figured I'd give them a go. They're kind of over the top. Orange, purple on top, black sides. Maybe that's why they're in the raffle, because they're so god-awful ugly that all you could do at that point is give them away. decided to ride down to this tiny town. It's called Kokolala. Kokolala. I mean, I've lived here my entire life. Well, not entire life, but I was born. You get the point. But I've actually never even said the word Kokolala. And it's probably like 1,200 people, but still 2 churches. All these small towns in Idaho have a lot of churches, at least 2. One fake religion like Mormons, just kidding, and a real one, maybe like Protestants or Catholic, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're all fake. Who knows? Maybe they're all real. Regardless, it's like the sun pops out a little bit and then hides, and pops out and then hides. I'm probably on borrowed time until it starts raining, but I'm gonna take all the borrowed time I can get and try to ride around Lake Kokolala. So far, no lake. It's just trees like this. It's really nice. But yeah, just a rolling road around the backside, like where you can't see anything. But I did see some glimpses of houses by the lake, and they reminded me of the ones in Lake Tahoe. Just massive, massive compounds. Not a house, not a mansion, a compound. I bet all the locals are just ecstatic about that decor going up in their rural farmland home. Well, that's Highway 95 right behind me. I am definitely gonna skip as much busy roads as possible today. I just want to remain in quietness, other than the music playing in my headphones. And it's nice, the train is just sitting there. I don't know why. I guess there's so many trains that they probably have to wait for intersection tracks. I mean, the trains here are no joke. They're like just a constant. Yeah. And here is the 3rd church for Kokolala Bible Church. And what's kind of cool is they all have vacation Bible schools. And I remember going to vacation Bible school every summer. And it was a good time. I don't think I learned much about the Bible, but it was really fun just hanging out with my friends basically all day. And I think that's really what it's about. It's Bible school, but it's really hang out with your friends, and probably a form of babysitting. I guess it was pretty good though, growing up with so many churches around, because I had friends that went to every denomination basically, and every night would be like a Bible study night, which would again be hanging out with your friends, not learning about the Bible. And now thinking back about it, there was always these really hippie girls that came and like sang these a cappella songs, which were pretty ridiculous. And now that I think about it, all these girls and like, I don't know, people who just like came up and sang were totally smoking weed before doing it. They're that typical hippie style, like into nature, God, vegan, but smoked a ton of pot. Maybe they're better off for it though. Who am I to judge? Which is funny also, like growing up and going to church, people always be like, oh, you know, this person, they're really nice and they're great, they give a lot, but they're gay, but it doesn't matter. And it's like, well, why even bring it up? If it doesn't matter, who cares? Why is that even a talking point? To me, I think that sexuality is like such a non-discussion topic. I don't care. That's how it should be. I mean, in my humble opinion, of course, to you, maybe it is a big deal, and that's fine too. I mean, we all have to live and live, and however you say it to each one of us. And how you decide to live is ultimately up to you. Further out I get into small rural towns and just rural areas, I guess, I see more and more signs like no trespassing, no soliciting, and it's like, you're out in the middle of nowhere. Are there really that many people trespassing and soliciting at that? There's no reason to go out there, but I guess everyone needs their signs, I guess. I had to stop at a gas station, and inside the gas station they had like a whole little deli area. It was cool. It was a Conoco, but they also had like grilling burgers and homemade lasagna, rolled oats. It was pretty sweet for like such a small town gas station, and like this little seating area and everything. That is a place where I would like to go, for sure. Because like I guess supposedly the owner of the gas station makes a lot of the food at home and then brings it in as well. And then I started talking to someone who was riding their four-wheeler around and telling me about how he's bought all this land. And he was definitely flexing. You know, some people have their big trucks. I don't know. Guys have something that they like to brag about. And this guy told me he had 13 acres, probably 6 times. So he was definitely proud of all the acres he had and how he could be out in the woods by himself in the middle of his property. And I was happy for him, you could say. Well, back into Sandpoint, I think I'm just gonna beat the rain clouds coming in up there. You probably can't really see them on the action camera, but believe me, they're like right in front of me, rolling in, looks like pretty quick. And I'm right at 55 miles. So I'll probably have another 60 miles in. I just think about, I don't know, like a ride that I kind of want to do, a goal, and every time it tends to be 60 miles recently. It's like my brain is predisposed to 60. It's kind of like my frame of mind has changed after doing the 150-mile ride. It's kind of like, well, 60 or whatever is no big deal. I can bust that out easy. Even though it's really not that easy, it's still a lot of time. Well, 3 hours, and it's actually only gonna be like 57 and a half, maybe. I keep thinking it's a lot further from Sandpoint to where the house is. So I keep thinking like, oh, it's gonna be at least 5 miles. Ugh. And that might just be because it seemed like such a far ways when I was a young kid. So I kind of have that frame of mind still. Like, oh, it's so far into town. When in reality, it's like only a couple miles. I say a Cliff Bar was kind of stuck in my throat. Sadly, I think I need to drive to Coeur d'Alene for the rest of the day and just dedicate as many hours as possible to driving on Uber, just to make some money. Yesterday was pretty good. I got in like 3 rides, and then each one was like 20 bucks. And then one guy tipped me 30, so, you know, $90. It's not a ton, not like Tahoe, but, you know, it's something. And it's amazing, like, I'm saving a ton of money on food. I didn't realize how much I was spending every day. That adds up at the grocery stores, and just like eating out, it's so expensive. And so now I've seen my expenses, like just from food alone, drop a considerable amount. So now I just need to find new car insurance. Well, get rid of the car that I have and get a cheaper car and find cheaper insurance, which should be a lot easier here in Idaho versus California, where there's just the crime stats from the cities make everyone's insurance in the whole state go up. That's what I've heard anyways, and that's why it's so expensive. All right, last little push. 57.99. 58 miles. That's a good day. That's a decent one.